Ubisoft used to be known for creating some of the best video games in the world. Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and even Rainbow Six Siege, games that literally revolutionized the industry. But now, just mentioning their name brings up major disappointment and pisses everyone off.
Nothing makes me lose faith in an upcoming game quicker than seeing a Ubisoft original appear in the trailer.
With almost every game they announce getting delayed, cancelled, or just being a major letdown. And it got me thinking, how does Ubisoft go from creating some of the biggest hits ever made to becoming the most hated game publisher in the world?
So it's looking like they're delaying the game for, I think, the second or third time. I don't remember exactly how many it is.
And I think that's the most troubling thing when it comes to Ubisoft. It's their aversion to criticism. Get that away from me.
Back in 1983, when the video game industry was dominated by arcade games and early consoles like the Atari, 5 brothers from a small town in France saw a chance to dive into the growing video game business. Ubisoft actually started off as a small video game distributor, importing and selling games to the European market, but quickly became a profitable business, inspiring those 5 brothers to try and create a video game studio of their own. However, despite the brothers' ambitions, their project was anything but easy because of the massive video game crash that happened back in the 1900s due to the overwhelming saturation of poor quality games at the time. Seriously, everyone and their mom was trying to get on this new trend. But somehow, after Ubisoft published their second game ever created, they instantly went viral, with their first major project being Rayman in 1995. This absolute classic sold over 4 million copies worldwide by 1999, making it the best-selling PlayStation game in its era and competing with the giants of Nintendo and Sega. That kind of success would give anyone the type of confidence to take bigger risks, hinting at the next chapter of Ubisoft's story. After the breakout of Rayman, Ubisoft wasn't content with just being another one-hit wonder. Ubisoft's journey began with one of their most popular series to date, Clancy, a series that pioneered into the realm of tactical shooters with popular classics like Rainbow Six and Splinter Cell. This series established Ubisoft's early foundation in the late 1990s and early 2000s. By 2003, Ubisoft released their next major hits with The Prince of Persia, an absolute masterclass of a game with an unforgettable story about a young prince who accidentally unleashed the sands of time. It's pretty similar to the popular Uncharted series with awesome parkour, fighting, and puzzle solving. It was truly ahead of its time. However, after Prince of Persia, Ubisoft would go on to create their best series yet in 2007 with the launch of Assassin's Creed. To my surprise, Assassin's Creed was actually inspired by the Prince of Persia series and was originally going to launch as a spin-off from the original. However, as the project developed, it began to deviate significantly from the Prince of Persia formula, evolving into the unique IP we all know and love today. This title literally revolutionized the open world genre with its blend of stealth, parkour, and historical narratives, selling, as you know, well over 200 million copies. And I'm sure you all are wondering, why did I skip over Far Cry? Well, let's be honest, the first game looked like absolute garbage, so why don't we just skip to the best part of the series with Far Cry 3 in 2012, a testament to Ubisoft's ability to create compelling narratives and introduce us to memorable villains. It was easily the best game of the year, and it's actually crazy that they didn't win the award back in 2012. Ubisoft's rise continued through the early 2010s, with notable releases like Assassin's Creed Black Flag in 2013, widely considered to be the best game of the series, and closely after that, Watch Dogs in 2014, which explored into a unique twist of hacking-centric gameplay. Once 2015 rolled around, Rainbow Six Siege, despite initial challenges, evolved into their greatest video game of all time, drawing players with its tactical depth and high-stakes gameplay. By this time, Ubisoft had transformed into a global powerhouse, with 26 studios across 19 different countries, achieving yearly revenues surpassing 1 billion euros. However, the mid-2010s brought challenges that tested Ubisoft's resilience, showing that even industry leaders must continuously evolve to maintain their edge. Ubisoft's downfall didn't just happen overnight. It was a slow burn. What started as minor issues eventually snowballed into significant problems the company just couldn't ignore. Players and critics began to notice a troubling trend in Ubisoft's games. Massive open world stuffed with repetitive tasks and endless collectibles. Initially, this formula felt innovative, but over time, it became more of a chore, earning the deserving nickname of the Ubisoft formula. The company's rapid growth amplified the issues. As Ubisoft expanded, the pressure on its employees intensified. Stories of a crunch culture emerged, with teams working grueling hours to meet impossible deadlines. Then, in 2020, everything came crashing down when Ubisoft faced allegations of harassment and misconduct at the executive level, leading to several high-ranking members resigning. The damage was done, and fans and employees began losing faith in the company they had once admired. Ubisoft's push into live service games also added to their failure. Titles like Roller Champions and X-Defiant failed to gain traction, while Skull and Bones, the overly hyped pirate game announced in 2013, became a running joke after literally a decade of delays.
Delayed again? And honest to God, at this point, it's almost comical. Like, I don't remember what the original release date was. It has been so long. I swear it was 2019 or something.
Far Cry also started to become stale, continuously using the same formula over and over and over again. Assassin's Creed veered way too far into RPG territory and lost its connection with its original fans who loved the stealth combat that the series did so well. Watch Dogs literally just up and left. I'm honestly not too sure what happened there, and it's honestly got fans wondering whether Ubisoft has run out of ideas or if they're just being plain out lazy. Adding to all this as well is Ubisoft's struggle to effectively leverage popular IPs like Avatar and Star Wars. Like seriously, how do you get these massive IPs and screw them up so badly?
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna finish this mission up off stream.
However, despite the studio's struggles, one game in particular is still holding on strong, and it's all thanks to, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, Jinxie.
This guy has a dot in his name. What's going on?
Wait, what the?
Like seriously, he made me want to hop on the game after years of not playing it. However, I got dogged on after 2 games and I haven't hopped on since. So where does this leave Ubisoft now? Well, the studio has been working hard to fix its public image, promising to shift its focus from pumping out endless titles every year to making each one a game to remember. However, it's already off to a bad start with Assassin's Creed Shadows, which has already been getting hated on ever since the trailer dropped for reasons I'm sure you all know way too well.
The main male protagonist is a black man, and we've gone over all of the backlash surrounding Yasuke, the changing of history, people trying to lie about who this person actually was, but the gamers, the fans, they are not buying it. You can just look at the ratio here.
Despite this one major flaw, I am excited to see if Ubisoft can snap back with their transition to focusing on their beloved IPs. Right now, they are working on a remake for both Splinter Cell and Prince of Persia, along with other Assassin's Creed titles. But let's be real, we're all skeptical, and for a good reason. Years of delays, underwhelming releases, and outright cancellations have chipped away at Ubisoft's credibility. It's hard to shake off the feeling that these promises might just be more of the same corporate spin. For a company that once set the standard for innovation, the real test now is proving they still have what it takes to lead.